Okay, I want to point out a few of the options that we can do with the vision window or the video capture window. And this is common to all the frame grabbers or capture cards that we have in the system. So if I double click from the device center, let's say frame grabber, the analog frame grabber device, okay, we can see the image, and we have here a menu bar. One thing we can do, as I said, is run MTF Live, and MTF Live, this is an option or function or utility that I described in another session, so I won't go into that. But what else we can do, we can look at the line profile. So if we click on the line profile, it opens up a small window, and we have a little box that we can select the area where we want to measure. And if I change the geometry of the box, it takes the center line and projects it on this small graph. The small graph is the horizontal. We can see it says horizontal. We can select also the vertical mode. And obviously, since this is the center, you don't see anything, but we put it in here. It's very small. What we can do also is make multiple windows or multiple regions of interest, or we can also store or export the data if you want to look at that data in a different program. So this is the line profile. Another thing we can do is from the overlay menu, we can manage our overlays. This is basically what we call, this is an overlay. We can add an overlay, we can add a circle, we can add an ellipse, we can add a line, we can add a reticle, and this is useful when you want to align things and measure things and count pixels and whatnot. You can of course delete them. You can double click. Where's the region of interest? Let's add a region of interest. We can double click on that, and it opens up a little toolbar where you can move it right or left or enter a value if you want to increase the size. Basically, you can play around with the geometry. Click the apply, and we see it changes. Okay. So let's close this. Let's close the circle. Let's close the crosshair. And if we want to see the image analysis, click the line profile. Okay, another thing we can do is a histogram. So if we want to change the histogram, right now there's no histogram. If we want to go to manual, we select the manual radio button, and we can use the cursors to go from one side to the other side and move. And as you see, this improves our contrast. It doesn't change the data when we do any kind of analysis. And if we want to keep it like that, we save these settings. And what we see now is that when it's activated, we see that the bottom right-hand corner is highlighted, so we know we're using a histogram. Sometimes you forget about it, but when you're running the test, it shouldn't be a problem. The test always reads the full range of the frame grabber. Another thing we can do is record data. Click the record button. We can set the folder we want to record, or we can save full frames or the region of interest that we're interested in. We just check, and we can set the number of frames. We can record a number of seconds, or we can generate the type of format that we want. We have AVI, bitmap, PNG, RAW, and TIFF. RAW is a CI proprietary format, which allows us the full data bit depth, up to 16 bits. Another thing we can do is load an image. So you can stop the capture, and you can, let's say, we can load an image. We would need to browse. I wouldn't know where we have any kind of images. Here, yes, we can. We can go down to CTE. Let's look at some images here. App data, I always use offline. Let's go to NETD. Click on the button here, and we load the image. So you can load and actually run, if you want to see the MTF, not MTF, yeah, you could run an MTF, or you could run a line profile on this, but of course it's static. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else we would need to do here? If we want to zoom, we use the scroll bar, or we could manually zoom in and out. So if you want to see, and if we want to see the values in pixels or in data bytes or data bits, we can do that too. I guess that's it.